Kevin? Kevin, yeah, Martha's here. She wants to give you a kiss.
Shut up, Ma. I'm with my friends.
Hi, Mrs.
Krabuppelwitz.
What are you doing down there that's so important?
Well, you see, to put it simply, Ma, it's time for Talkin' Nerdy, the nerdy talk show where I ask my guests to talk nerdy to me.
Oh, my.
This here's DJ Frost, and you are listening to Talking Nerdy, the only nerdy talk show in Vermont where I ask my guests to talk nerdy to me. I am, of course, joined by DJ Orange.
Sup?
And DJ Bearman.
I like memes.
You like memes? Great. And I'm joined by a new face today, DM Confused.
I have a pretty head.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did mention that earlier.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, we are a bunch of nerds in a basement, so help us God.
What is this god you speak of?
Don't even worry about it. Caden Kalian, if you have to know.
Deadpool? Wade Wilson?
Yes. Anyway, moving on, we're going to start off tonight talking about something, I don't know, nerdy, just like, we always do.
Yeah.
It's just standard practice around here.
It's kind
This
of
is true.
It's kind of what our show's about.
Well,
I mean, the name...
nobody told me.
Yeah. I mean,
No, for real, though. I was thinking, I just was going through the internet as, one does when they're a nerd, and came across an interesting article.
okay,
It
what's
was
up?
about
intrigued.
censorship between Japan and the U.S. So when we get stuff from them, it's often way censored down from what they got.
Oh yeah.
Is this the Dead Island stuff again?
No, this is... Well, it's happened multiple times, so it's not just Dead Island. It's Bravely Default got some censorship. Xenoblade Chronicle X got it. Actually, pretty much any game you can think of has had some censorship to one degree or another.
Too much culture. Stop, please.
I mean, I think that we get a fraction of what comes out in Japan, like localized stuff. Like I really have been wanting to play the Yakuza games.
Yeah.
Super hard to get out here.
Oh, almost impossible.
Oh yeah. Unless you have a PSN account, which,
yeah.
not difficult thing to get, but I prefer,
Oh, yeah, totally. And it's interesting because we put out stuff like Grand Theft Auto,
yeah.
and they yet they censor things. And
don't forget your famous COD.
oh, yeah. Well,
I didn't hear about COD. What happened with COD?
nothing. It's just a violent game. The reason that they're censoring stuff isn't because of violence. It's because of just sensibilities, so to speak.
Yeah, no, it's weird because I think American audiences have really grown more accepting of Japanese culture in the past few years since with
absolutely.
the increase of internet activity and stuff. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, their parents haven't, but
well, yeah, but I mean, what are you gonna do?
Nah.
I still wish there was an Azorius Wrath sequel, man. I know that.
Totally. Now, I'll give you all a solid example. So, in Bravely Default, an amazing game, and I love it to death, and I don't hate it anymore because of this, and then I'll get to the even more famous after this. The protagonists are all 2 years older in the North American version than they are in the Japanese version. Not to mention their clothing, when there's special costumes you get at the end of the game, is much less revealing. And a lot of the job clothing is a lot less revealing. So not only are they younger, but they're more revealing in Japan.
All right, well that one kind of makes sense to me.
Right, and then
Wait, hang on. How? How does it make sense?
Well, because in Japan, the legal age of consent is 14 or 16.
Yeah,
Oh.
so they had to age them up here.
So the youngest person was 12. No, was 12 in Japan. Now they're 14.
Okay,
Jesus
I don't know
Christ.
how I feel about that. I thought they were just all aged
back
up
of
to
my head
18.
now.
No. So no, I think you're right. It went 20 was the oldest in this country. 20 was the oldest. 18, 16, 14, and then. But in Japan, it was 2 years younger, so 18, 16, 14, 12.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was a little weird. Well, by our standards, but by their standards, that's totally cool. Because the storyline makes a little bit more sense that they're younger kids.
In the world of enemies and everything.
Yeah,
like
because
that.
It's an anime. It's an anime game, kind of. It's
not even. It's
an
RPG. It's a JRPG.
a JRPG. I mean, JRPGs and animes kind of go hand in hand to me.
Yeah, the style's a little different.
Yeah, I will say that, but the overall plot and style, that's why I'm kind of it's an anime. I think that's a very general term. And there's probably something more specific, but I don't know. That's just how it kind of felt to me.
Well, here's the big daddy of all censorship that really hit specifically towards earlier this year. You might have heard of it, Fire Emblem Fates. That whole debacle.
I've heard of the game.
internet debacle, I should say. In practice, it didn't affect the game at all. In reality, people made just so much of a big deal about it. So what they removed was a feature where you could use your stylus to pet your spouse or anybody, actually, and it was how you bonded with them. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's kind of interactive. It's kind of cute. And that people didn't really care. That got left out. It's just...
Did they react differently for different parts?
Yes and no, but it was only the face. You didn't. There wasn't anything below the neck kind of thing.
That's funny to me because Harvest Moon, one of those games, had a very similar thing.
Right. That's not the thing that got people. The thing that got people, and the thing that is rightfully so taken out of the game for this country, was there was... I don't know how to put this delicately, so I'm not going to.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
all right.
It's...
Started deep.
Basically, there was a interaction between a character and another character where it basically alluded to making a potion that made them not into the same gender and led to basic forcing of things.
That's
Let your minds
disturbing.
run wild.
Yeah.
It's not family friendly, and the reason they changed that bit of dialogue was just for everybody's kind of sake, because kids play this kind of game. So I don't blame them one bit. The petting, what was called the petting feature, was the big thing that got people uproar. Like, dude, it's not a big deal. Just let us,
I mean, Wii's been using that as a gimmick in some RPGs.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's kind of like...
But have they been doing it with, like, pets and stuff? Or are they, like, is it both people and pets?
No, in Harvest Moon, one of the
It's-
games, you pet people.
Yeah.
You take up the second Wiimote, and you can increase your standing with them if you just pet them. It's weird.
Yeah,
It's really weird.
It
But
is.
It's an interesting gameplay mechanic. I actually think is it kind of cheating in a way? I mean, because it does make the game easier.
Yes and no, but
it's
on
a
Harvest
game
Moon, it
mechanic.
doesn't really matter.
No,
But it's
no,
I mean,
no.
it's not like where you need to do this like in.
I'd be curious which Harvest Moon it is, because I own all the Wii Harvest Moons, and I don't know which one you're talking about,
all I know
to be
is
perfectly honest.
I'll try to find it for you at some point.
Yeah, please do. I would be awesome to hear that. Or
Yeah, no problem.
even play the game. I'd be really curious, because the Harvest Moon games of late have been less than stellar, but the one that's coming out... By the way, for those of you who don't know, Story of Seasons and Harvest Moon, same game in Japan.
Yeah.
In this country, however, licensing and localizing is totally different.
That's why you should pick up Stardew Valley. So good.
I've heard only good... I mean, I'm going to eventually, but...
so good.
Yeah, but for the Harvest Moon games are really fun.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh,
they're a
Rune
good,
Factory.
relaxed, just kind of...
Oh, Rune Factory.
Yeah. Rune Factory 4 is my game, man. Well, not really. It's not my favorite game. My favorite game is Stella Glow. That's a different thing. But no, Rune Factory 4 is one of my favorite games on the 3DS. So well done. So branching into everything. So you have the Harvest Moon elements. You have the JRPG elements. You've got the, exploration elements. You've got everything you need, like sort of the best of all genres in there.
Mashed into one game.
Yeah, it's really, really well done. I mean, that's in my opinion, obviously. You guys feel free to disagree.
No, I grew up with Harvest Moon. It's a Wonderful Life. So
Yep.
those type of games like Harvest Moon, Animal Crossing are kind of have a soft spot for them.
Me too. I remember getting my first copy of Animal Crossing on the GameCube. Oh,
Same.
such a little memory card. I still have the little memory card,
Yeah.
and I only use it for Animal Crossing because why not?
Yeah, no,
I think I have the game too.
I remember that vividly. I was like walking around the mall, just like staring at the
Right?
box, like, oh
I bought-
man, I'm gonna have so much fun.
And then they came out with New Leaf where you're the mayor.
Yeah.
Well,
oh, no,
yeah,
that
that's
wasn't new.
way
That was-
newer. That's
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 the newest one.
that is the 3DS one.
Yeah.
Which they're adding the amiibo functionality to that. So they made Animal Crossing amiibos, and now with an update that's coming soon or has already come out, I can't remember. You can use those amiibos to have those villagers visit your town or something like that,
Cool.
or move to your town. I'm not sure which.
I would probably guess with Visit because like that seems
Yeah.
well.
Maybe.
Move to the town. It's going to keep growing in population.
Well,
you
the
know.
Animal Crossing towns always grow in population, like slowly. Sometimes you lose a person here or there, but it's random. It's code.
Yeah, but with New Leaf, you actually become the mayor of the town.
Yeah, which is great.
It Wasn't what I was expecting, but man, was it fun.
Which, New Leaf?
No, not New Leaf, the newest one. Where I think no, New Leaf was the one that was released on the original DS.
No. New Leaf is the 3DS one.
Yes.
Wild World.
Wild World.
Wild World
Oh,
was the
yeah.
first. It was the first in the new genre of Animal Crossing, where they changed
My bad.
the
I'm
map,
sorry about
the
that.
map style, where you look like you're walking around the world.
Yeah.
that was crazy.
I actually really like that kind of style.
It wasn't bad, and it was the first when they introduced the multi-room houses, which was so cool.
Oh yeah.
That's a big feature. But going back to what I was originally saying, because we're really good at tangents on this show.
Oh, yeah.
A little
so
bit.
good.
can tell.
We're really good at tangents. But as I was saying, the new Story of Seasons, Harvest Moon, same thing. Anyway, the new Story of Seasons game is going to be the Tale of Three Towns. 3 different towns that you can go explore. 3 different sets of people you get to interact with. And 3 different farms you get to build up. That is so cool.
That sounds really cool and also kind of terrifying.
Well, you can get certain types of crops from each of the different towns, and you can bring them to your farm. And it's like you get to regionalize.
But how is the travel going to work between the towns?
I think
if
it's
it's like just a loading screen, I'm okay with that.
Probably
But
a
if
horse trail.
No, it's probably walking around. I mean, Harvest Moon has really always been good at the map, where it's a smooth loading, so it's
very-
seamless, quote unquote.
It's a very small map, but there's always lots of little secrets in it. Unless
Absolutely.
you're talking, some of the Wii ones, I tried expanding the map. It didn't really turn out very well.
It did okay.
It did,
yeah.
it did as best as it could with the technology.
The one on the Wii that I enjoyed the most is Tree of Tranquility. It's the one where you had to build the rainbows.
You lost me.
I've never played any of these games, and I just love listening to you talk about
It's
It's
Hey guys, let's build a rainbow. We'll find the leprechauns.
sorry, you're
Pretty
not building a
much.
rainbow. You're basically cooking a rainbow. You're basically bringing ingredients to a harvest sprite, and they're doing some crazy magic, and boom, a rainbow appears and opens up a new part of the map.
So sugar, spice, and everything nice.
yeah.
Except you can't get all of the ingredients within 1 year.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a challenge. I mean, you have to actually play the game.
I mean, my favorite part of Harvest Moon also, like, it just has like weird little things in it. Like the one I grew up with, Harvest Moon, It's a Wonderful Life. You could get divorced in that game,
Oh my.
and it's an
wow.
immediate game over.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's the one for the DS. If you let your dog attack the guy in the beginning of the game, you just lose. Game over.
Yeah.
Start over again.
Yeah.
I was like, man, this guy's being mean to me. Go ahead, doggy. Go for it.
Yeah.
Game over. I'm like,
Why? That's just
because you're supposed to be nice and not let dogs attack people.
get out.
Well, I mean, like, Harvest Moon is very. Wasn't it based off of the creator's like life in the country?
I want to say yes, but it's grown since then.
From the characters I've seen in Harvest Moon, if that is based off of his life, LSD was potent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean,
No.
there in the country, in rural Japan, farming country, that is kind of the way life is some of the time. People don't want to move there. It's kind of in this country what's kind of happening, where people don't want to farm anymore and grow the food. Except, California's got the corporate farms, but like up where I am in Maine, people are starting to actually come up there specifically for farming school and get a farm because it's really cheap and pretty profitable right now. So it's kind of that sort of background.
Same here.
Yeah. So that's kind of what they were going for. And again, they made a casual game that anybody can play and get and enjoy.
It
Not
seems
that they're
addictive.
not difficult. They have some challenge to it, but they're really, really fun.
Yeah. No, it's so much mechanics, but yeah, well, you know what? We'll come back to this at a different time.
Yeah, and
We
you know
got
what?
So much news.
So much to talk about. You know what, though? I have a surprise for all you guys.
What do you got?
Well, I'll just let you hear. Y'all remember that beautiful intro we played, right? Yeah, Kevin's back.
Kevin's back.
Kevin has not just an intro. Kevin has a story to tell.
He has a story.
Yeah, so I figured
there's-
we'd listen to some of Kevin's stories.
There's Kevin lore.
There's Kevin Lore.
I'm down.
Who is this Kevin?
Oh,
You'll find
hear.
out.
You'll find out. Anyway, enjoy, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Mrs. Korabowitz. Mrs. Korabowitz. It's Mrs.
Kevin.
Korabowitz. Kevin.
Now calm down, boys. Calm down. What's the problem?
Kevin's dead.
What? Take me to him. Take me to my baby boy. Kevin, oh my precious baby, my baby. Oh, wait, why are you breathing?
I'm dead.
Boys, what happened down here? Why is he like this?
He rolled 3-1.
Critical fail.
Kevin, come on, get off the floor. This was fine when you were 26, but you're 27 now. You gotta act like it.
You don't understand, Ma. He was my main.
I can't even deal with this anymore. I'm gonna go get your father.
Will Kevin ever ruz his mane? Will his father ever be proud of him? Find out next time on Talking Nerdy.
This is DJ Frost, and you are listening to Talking Nerdy, the only nerdy talk show where I ask my guests to talk nerdy to me. I am, of course, joined by DJ Orange and DJ Bearman, along with some special guests today of DM Confused and my good friend Steven. How y'all doing?
All right.
Yeah, y'all doing okay over there still, Bearman?
I'm feeling pretty
Orange?
good.
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
All right.
I want to play Harvest Moon now.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was from our previous conversation. I'm sorry.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
no.
Are we finally moving on?
Yeah, we got a lot
We
of
got-
news to talk about.
So I was thinking I would open up the floor to you guys. Anything pressing in the nerd world that you just had to get off your chests?
Well, the Resident Evil 7 demo has updated.
Oh.
Yeah. A couple things have changed. There's now like one very specific picture change. We should probably explain. Resident Evil 7 has a demo release that's very, very interesting because it's done in the style of Konami's PT.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, PT was a game that scared everyone. It was designed to be like, I'm sorry if you're too scared to play this game, but
Yeah, it's kind of like Amnesia.
yeah, we're going to go all out.
Yeah.
So Resident Evil 7's like, all right, well, let's pick up the reins from that because PT, a lot of stuff happened with that.
I mean, it's kind of refreshing. Well, not refreshing, but with the whole year of horror we had last year and nothing this year, it's kind of like that necessary spark.
It's a little bit too. Like I can count two horror games that I'm like really going to be interested in playing: Allison Road and PT.
Yeah.
Which Allison Road's back from the dead.
I've never
God.
heard of Ellison Road.
Oh, it was like it's basically when PT got canceled. This was going to be its like
Successor.
yeah. It was indie developed. It's supposed to be super good. It died, but then it's come back and it's amazing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I am. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I don't
now
know.
this is the year of RPGs.
Oh yeah.
This is definitely the year of RPGs. And speaking of that, not quite RPG, but going off the demo thing, the Breath of the Wild demo that they demoed at what was it, Gamescom?
No,
It was-
I feel like it was
G3.
E3. I feel like it was E3.
No,
No, this is way after E3.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was only 2% of the size of the map of the entire Breath of the Wild.
I was told that today by our good friend DJ Orange.
Yeah, 2%. Okay, just to put this in perspective, Skyrim was huge. Skyrim is just a great game. Breath of the Wild is bigger. Much bigger.
I think
It's-
Skyrim was like 20 kilometers.
It was something crazy, but oh my god.
See, the only thing that's the problem.
It's Legend of Zelda meets Skyrim.
Yeah.
I always got Skyrim felt big to me, of course.
Oh, yeah, it was
But
supposed to.
There were also kind of problems with it because it was such a mountainous range that I felt like there were kind of invisible walls.
Yes and no.
But that
I
was
mean,
also-
That you could run a horse up.
you could
like,
run
you
a
know?
horse up the walls.
Yeah, but like that's why I'm so excited about Breath of the Wild because it's like, oh, we took that into account. That's why we added the climbing mechanic
And the gliding mechanic.
and the
Everything
horse taming mechanic, the crafting mechanic. Just
It's great.
It's
I
also-
am so excited for this.
It is open world.
yeah.
and it's
It looks
just-
beautiful though.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the color palettes and stuff and animated. I mean, Skyrim's really bleach. Skyrim's a really bleach,
It's-
sort of color palette. But compared to the
Yes
Breath
and
of
no.
the Wild,
Skyrim did a really good job doing what it was supposed to do and relay life in a frozen Nordic style area. It's pretty bleak out there. And of course there are mods out there that made the color palette a little strong, but for what they did with Skyrim, they made it look the way it should look. It's not going to be, and there are parts of Skyrim which are just gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
You all remember right outside Falkreath where one of the Hearthstone player homes is that you build?
yeah.
Gorgeous. One of my favorite spots in the game.
I do have to say though, I do kind of agree with you. There's some points where I thought like the color palette could be a little
Got
bit
it
brighter.
flat, yeah.
But Overall, man, yeah, no, it's great. But I myself have like have a soft spot for like super saturated blues, stuff like that.
Well,
so this is like
Breath of the Wild's kind of bringing in that Skyward Sword animation style with a little bit more of a Wind Waker feel too.
I got heavy Wind Waker feels, which
really good.
Wind Waker, I counted the days till that came out when I was a kid, man.
Right? Wind Waker was such an amazing game. Dude, they are selling it for like $20 on the eShop right now because it's a Nintendo Select.
Ooh.
And that's the HD version, mind you, not the original one.
Where they
Guess who's getting a Wii U?
That guy over there, because I already have one, and he already has one.
Guess who's stealing one of your Wii U's?
He ain't
at
coming to my
home.
house. Yeah, they're not here. I
Oh,
also own the game already, so you could just,
that's true.
But no, there's a lot of reasons to get a Wii U right now.
I think I'm gonna have to save up for the NX though.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. The NX.
We know more about the first game of the NX than we do the actual console.
Isn't that amazing?
It's pretty great.
Well, we don't know if it's going to be the first. It's going to be one of the first games.
Right. Well,
Because they're pulling up Twilight Princess for you guys who might not know. Twilight Princess released simultaneously on the GameCube and the Wii back when it released in 2006.
Didn't they pull it back to put it on the Wii as a release title?
Yes and no. They just kind of, as Zelda games tend to do, run into delays because
Oh.
they always put their all into them.
wasn't
Okay.
it like first announced like 5 years earlier?
Yeah, but it showed. They did such a good job on Twilight Princess, and the HD remake was incredible too. What I'm saying is. They're not.
Yeah, they
gone.
fixed a lot of issues.
There weren't any issues to fix. They prettied it up. They really
It was-
showed what the Wii U could process and
Now,
put out there.
My only problem with the Twilight Princess HD re-release, I haven't played it, but I've watched like Let's Plays of it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, those villager faces look horrifying in HD. Like pretty much like nightmare-inducing. The eyes.
Well, you're getting into the realm of the sublime.
Well, Twilight Princess was arguably the darkest game in the Zelda franchise.
That's true.
Rightly so.
Cue the name.
Yeah. Yes. So, I mean, everything got more HD, which is fantastic. I really, some of the monsters are like, wow, I didn't know they could look that good.
Oh yeah, no, it's just that's like my only problem. And once I adjusted to that, because it's like the better something is, the harder it is to nitpick it. But
Yeah.
So
I mean, and you have to start nitpicking at that point.
yeah,
I mean, there's flaws in the storyline anybody could say. I'm like, I can't see them. There's flaws in this, flaws in that mechanic, whatever. People are going to nitpick. But the fact that they're nitpicking shows something.
yeah.
They can't say anything bad about it, so they got to try.
I mean, like, I'm not like nitpicking in a negative light. I mean, I want Zelda to succeed.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck it.
If I nitpick something, it's because I want it to be better.
Right?
Yeah.
Everybody does. So, it's interesting. It's always something to consider. I just, how do I put it? I don't,
It's what the fans wanted.
pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't really spend my time nitpicking rather than playing, because I'm perfectly happy to accept it as it is.
Well, my I haven't had a Nintendo console since the Wii.
Ooh.
So that's why
Well,
I'm.
you're only behind them on console.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know, but
it's-
still, it's like a whole console behind.
Yeah.
Technically last gen. But yeah, so that's why I'm kind of like nitpicking, because I'm also like, I really want to play this. So
Right.
you guys can't have fun without me.
Yeah. Well.
I will show you how bad it is.
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
my nerd rage came into full effect.
right. Something you really should consider getting is a 3DS, though.
Oh, I have one.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, of course, you gotta have one.
Oh, yeah. Everybody in this room has a 3DS, right?
I finally bought one over the summer.
Right.
man.
It's worth buying. Dragon Quest comes out Friday, tomorrow. Jeez,
Yeah.
tomorrow. The 16th, because, so in case somebody listens to this in like 3 months. Oh, wow, it comes out, so wait, it's already been out. You
Yeah.
liars. No, it comes out the 16th of September. And I'm still on the fence about it. What do you guys think?
It's the remastered edition.
I know it's remastered, and originally was on the PS1, which I didn't hate the PS1, but I didn't exactly go and buy one because, there's the N64 and the GameCube. Yeah. But, it looks really well done. I don't know.
Got that Toriyama art.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of a sell for me in
I
general.
mean, Akira Toriyama, just amazing manga and anime artist. And then was like, yep, game. And you're just like, yes, please.
Yeah.
The art looks fantastic. The system itself looks incredible. 30 different jobs you can kind of class into. And then by combining jobs, you unlock advanced jobs. And then by chaining all these jobs together to get like the master jobs. Wicked cool.
I'm down. Yeah, I'm down.
I'm still on the fence about it. I don't know. And I was wishing there was a demo for it.
Yeah, there isn't.
Yet. They might, but probably not.
Maybe they would just want to throw you in blind and see how wowed everyone is, or how much
Well,
of a
also it's
disappointment
like
it is.
it's also like it's coming out tomorrow, so I don't think we're gonna get a demo.
No, probably not.
Actually, it's coming out midnight.
Okay, so
Midnight
yeah,
tonight, yeah.
So literally in 2 hours.
4 hours? No, 4
Four.
hours.
4 hours. My bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're doing a midnight. Release it at like Game Station or FYP
Or
Walmart or
You never know.
Ceiling
Walmart-
Ceiling Mart.
Yeah, Ceiling
Or
Store.
Bullseye.
Bullseye. Maybe movie.
Let's just say KB Toys because they're a defunct
I
company.
was gonna say Blockbuster, but you know.
Or a Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're defunct too, aren't they?
Actually, a video just surfaced of one guy. He works in one still.
No way.
Yeah, it's real. He was like, I'm going into this abandoned place, and then he was like, oh, no, wait, I just work here.
Oh, that's awful. Oh,
Talk
yeah.
about
no,
unemployment.
Yeah. You know, they were offered Netflix at one point to buy out Netflix. And like, nah, dude, we don't need that. Video store's the way to go. And then Netflix.
I miss video stores.
I do too.
Hostile takeover.
You know, we had a video store where I lived for the longest time. It was there. Everybody went to it because people still wanted to. I mean, they sold stuff too, but, you know, it was first and foremost a video store. And then they closed because they couldn't renew their lease.
Oh.
And it was just the saddest thing ever. And I was like,
Oh, no.
you didn't.
Did they sell their collection, though?
Yeah, they did. They sold off as much as they could.
Good people.
Yep. Which was, you know, and a lot of people got some really good deals on some good movies.
Yeah.
And the best part about them is they had a huge foreign film collection, which
Were
really
they
interesting.
subbed or?
Oh yeah, foreign films, they're subbed. Some of them have dubs, but they're really awful.
Yeah.
So it's the sub you're going for.
Yeah.
So, you know, and it's hard to find those nowadays, although, I don't know. I'll have to come up with another name for this one, but, Large Quadruped has a great foreign film section too.
Large quadruped.
I'm trying to figure this
I'm
one
thinking
out.
crabs.
It starts with bull and ends with an animal found in Maine.
Okay. All right. We got this.
Except
All right.
there's a store
I'm
in
still
Keene.
lost. I'm
Well-
not local to the area.
You know, we'll let our viewers figure this out.
But anyway, they've got a good selection of stuff too. Anyway, I think it's time we heard from Kevin again.
Yeah, I think so too.
Kevin?
Who's Kevin?
Kevin is, he was just last time we just heard about Kevin, and he's the star of our opening.
Kevin, you just gotta meet him.
Just meet Kevin.
I still have yet to meet him.
Yes, well, you're about to. Anyway, we'll be back in just a few. Hope you enjoy.
Kevin, your dad's gonna come down there. He wants to talk to you.
Now, Kevin, I've heard that you've been trying to summon the Satan with your friends. What is it? You kids down with the devil?
Tell him about the stains. Tell him I'm still cleaning up the stains from the last time.
Don't you know anything, Ma? That wasn't Satan. It was Nurgle.
You're a massive disappointment, Kevin. All right, you go back to the car. I'll get down there and I'll be right back. Wait, what? There's nothing but toys and comics down here.
They are not toys. They're collectibles.
Whoa. I didn't even see you there. Wow, you are pasty. You like glow in the dark. Anyway, kid, you know, you best scram. You don't want to mess with a guy like me, huh?
I ain't afraid of you. I've got mad ninja skills. Hit it, Evan.
Wait, what now? What's going on?
Katsuzo Kai.
What? Help! Paulie, get down here, help! Oh God, I can't feel my legs!
You're on your own, Louie.
Sometime after my darling beat up the rabber. Oh my God, my precious baby defended our home all by himself. I'm so proud of you, Booba.
You know what, Kevin? I think this makes me somewhat proud of you.
Well, I had to. He called my collectibles toys. Can you believe it?
And now the moment's gone.
I take it all back. I have no son.
This here's DJ Frost, and you are listening to Talking Nerdy, the only nerdy talk show where I ask my guests to talk nerdy to me. But, you know, in a clean, family fun way. Yeah, I'm here with DJ Orange, DJ Bearman, DM Confused, and my good friend Steven. How are you all doing?
All right.
Solid.
Still liking memes.
Still liking memes?
Yeah.
Steven, you mentioned that you wanted to talk about some anime you discovered over the summer.
Yeah, I was working this summer and had a lot of weekends off, and where I was, it was just too expensive to go anywhere. So it's like, ooh, Netflix anime, and I found one that I actually finished the whole series straight.
Oh, really?
Called Sword Art
And how
Online.
long?
SAO.
did it take?
I am familiar with shotgunning series, and I am familiar with shotgunning SAO.
How do you've shotgunned SAO multiple times?
Twice. Once for the first season, once for the second season. Yes.
Okay, I was about to be like, you're watching the seasons twice over? What?
You know, I have to go back and watch them again. I don't hate the series. I get a lot of flack for that. Mm-hmm. You know, what did you think of them, Steven?
I liked it. It kept me entertained, and I just loved how it progressed, and the progression was good for me.
Yeah, and it's got everybody's favorite Mary Sue. Kirito.
Goodness.
Yeah, you know, I don't hate him. You know,
How do you not? How?
it's easy not to hate somebody.
Yeah, well,
Well, when everything just lands in his lap, it's kind of annoying. I mean, I
yes
like a
and
little
no.
difficulty and... Go ahead.
oh no, go ahead.
I like a little difficulty and, like, flaws in my characters. Not, oh, hey, I'll just think about friendship and bam! Hey, why is the boss dead? Oh, goodness.
Yeah,
I mean,
yes and no.
To me, Kirito is like the character equivalent of a perfectly average character continuously rolling nat 20s.
Yeah.
I mean,
I never thought about that.
yeah, I mean, he gets really
He's
lucky.
extremely lucky.
He
His
gets-
Oh my
luck
God.
is
Well,
max.
The thing is, he's got really good skills. Then he dials it all back, and then dials it forward, then dials it back again, and it's like, yeah, it has to do with his emotional instability, which because I'm a psychology major, I can actually take him apart and like analyze his stuff, which I'm not going to do on the air because that's no fun.
Right.
But I can understand where he's coming from, and how he dealt with getting thrown into a situation that would really be difficult for everybody who would be involved in that.
All right.
I do. I mean, obviously, no protagonist is perfect.
No,
Well,
unless they're making it perfectly perfect on purpose.
Well, we already had the whole discussion on Mary Sue's.
Yeah.
But no protagonist is perfect. No good
No.
protagonist is perfect.
No.
So that's what kind of gets me a bit frustrated about Kirito. Like I said, he's like constantly rolling nat 20s. I actually find Asuna more interesting as a character.
Oh, absolutely. Asuna is just one of those people you're like, I really like you.
Yeah.
It's something about you I just like.
Your waifu is trash.
I mean, yeah, like the waifu wars.
Yeah. Except she's not even close to my waifu.
Yeah.
And we've already talked about waifus on the show, and we won't be going there today. Or could we?
I have no waifu.
My waifu is
You
Space
have
Marine.
no waifu, no laifu.
No waifu, no waifu. I've lost the waifu wars.
Oh.
I
Well,
have
technically,
to
yes.
ask, I don't know what a waifu is.
A waifu
What?
is...
You watch anime? Oh, this is exciting.
How do we put this...
Tame.
Your
Tame.
anime crush.
Yeah, it's your anime crush who... It doesn't have to be specifically anime, video game, manga,
Really, any
comic book.
any source of fiction.
nerddom. People,
Nerddom.
Yeah,
Something you can't touch.
yes and no. Mostly no.
Yeah,
But it's like that one character who, if they were a real person, you'd probably marry them. That you kind of they gel with you in a way that, wow, you know what? I'd probably be either A, really good friends with them, or B, would want to marry
It's
them.
kind of like the character that you have like such an obsession with that you're like if they just came into reality, you would be like, all right, let's go to the altar right now.
Yeah.
That's the
I
extreme
mean,
case.
that's the extreme. There's,
Which kind of
mild
other
levels of
question?
just affection, like having a crush on anybody.
That's-
And then there's the extreme where body pillows come into it, and we're
Yeah.
gonna stop there.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
close that off, seal it with tape.
Yeah,
Why is there yellow tape in the room all of a sudden?
yeah.
Do I hear sirens?
Yeah, we're
Well, you see, I've got a little button here. Things that when things go bad, I have a squad come down. So just be prepared for that.
the waifu squad.
My
The
hands are in
waifu
the air.
squad.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see. Did anybody else watch anything good over the summer? I mean, I think I went into this a little bit a few weeks ago, but I got into the historical fantasy sort of anime. So
Please
like,
don't say Italia.
no. I said historical fantasy, not messed up in the head.
Oh,
Dodged a bullet.
Whoa.
Yeah, no. I was talking about Yona of the Dawn and Heroic Legend of Arslan.
Okay.
Because both of those are very, very well done.
Okay.
Yona suffers from the issue of it didn't get a second season because there's not enough to give it a second season. Arslan, they're pushing it out as fast as they can because Aroma Arakawa is an amazing illustrator and story writer. Although Arslan isn't her story. It's from the 90s, but she's partnered with the original author, and they're redoing it as an amazing manga because everybody loves Aroma Arakawa.
No, the only shows I got into are actually shows.
Oh,
What's a show?
like a TV show that you'd watch in this country like a normal human being.
okay.
But nobody wants to do that
I
here.
watched a lot of Cory in the House. By far, one of my favorite animes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Bearman and his Cory in the House anime.
yeah, it's
Yep.
the best.
Totally.
I still don't know why it's a meme.
I prefer Duck Dynasty, thank you.
Oh, that's
Oh,
that's
God.
a pretty good anime.
Yeah, I
That's-
know, right?
You know, in terms of anime, it's on the level of Gundam G,
Yeah, dude, the voice acting brought tears to my eyes.
right?
What was
Right.
the we had a conversation about this. You got really mad because I brought up like it was Chibi Gundam.
Anything
Sup-
chibi is bad.
No.
SD Gundam.
SD
Yeah,
Gundam.
Gundam SD.
Gundam SD isn't bad, though. It's, you know, it's interesting, but it's not necessarily bad. It's just the animation style is just
Everything's chibi.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it super non-canon?
Oh,
Ye-
God, yeah.
yes.
It's super non-canon.
Because you have like different Gundams from different universes actually coming into one universe.
Well, they did that with Build Fighters, which Build Fighters is actually really entertaining.
Man, I gotta binge Gundam at some point.
No. You know, binging One Piece is like an impossible task.
Yeah.
Binging Gundam is almost as impossible.
Actually, yeah, that's true. Gundam started in the 80s, so...
Wait a minute,
Yeah.
How many different Gundams are there? I
A
know
lot.
Gundam Zero and the one before that, and that's about it.
There's tons,
There's tons. It started out in the 80s. It didn't get dubbed here until the 90s.
but they kept producing them.
Are we also talking spin-offs and alternate universes?
Yes,
But it's
sure.
the same timeline.
it's the same.
Same time.
It's the same messed up multiverse thing. So
You see that fourth wall? Gone.
yeah, yes and no. I mean, I like the Seed universe personally. I think one of the characters, Low Gear, is one of my favorite. Guess technically drives the red frame.
If you want to get into a Gundam series, go with Gundam Wing.
Gundam Wing is good, or Gundam Unicorn's really good too.
Okay.
Or the Iron Blooded Orphans, which is based off Unicorn.
I've heard super good things about that.
It's getting a second season this fall.
Is it
Or
new?
Soon in October.
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah.
When was it made? Like the Iron Blooded Orphans?
2 seasons ago.
No. Like what year? It sounds
This-
like
It came out
2015.
last spring
really.
semester.
Oh man.
2015 or 20. Yeah, 2015.
See, I hear that like Iron Blooded Orphans. It's like the it does the kind of like war thing like really really well.
Really well. It's fantastically scripted, fantastically acted, and you get invested in the story.
Yeah, you
do.
do.
It brings sort of a human touch to it because Gundam can be one of those things where,
Robots.
yeah, it's hard to.
Mecha is an interesting.
Yeah, it's
anime.
hard to
Spiritualism.
sympathize with a giant robot. You just kind of want to see them fight and blow things up.
Yeah.
But Iron Blooded Orphans does a really good job humanizing it. So,
humanizing the giant robots.
Humanizing
all right.
the
Well-
Gundams themselves.
yes and no. You kind of feel for the main character and the main
okay.
Gundam. So, yes and no.
All right, I'm down. I'll
Yeah.
check it out.
What else? Let's see. What else did I watch this summer? What else did anybody watch this summer? Because, I mean, it was a long summer.
Well, I did watch Ruby Chibi.
Yeah. And you said Chibi was bad.
No, that Gundam Chibi is bad.
Gundam SD is just its own little screw up.
I have a soft spot for it.
Yeah.
Whenever I watch Ruby Chibi, I cringe because I just prefer Ruby.
It's not
itself.
canon.
It's
Well, I know. It's cute. It's its own cute little thing. But I just have a thing for whenever things are made chibi. I feel like it's just pandering.
yeah, but it's for the cute factor.
But they do the stories that we wanted.
Yeah, pretty
Okay,
much.
All right, fair.
Let's see. I also...
Oh, Steve, you got some?
Yeah.
One I watched, which I probably will get some flack for, is Once Upon a Time. I was watched a couple episodes with a friend and found out it was on Netflix. So,
You mean the Once Upon a Time series, which is basically fairy tales living in the modern day universe?
It's pretty good, yeah.
yeah.
You know, I haven't actually watched that one yet.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I mean, I'm not very anime, but I've seen that on Netflix. So how is it?
All right. A lot of the people I've talked to about it say it's and I've actually tried to watch the other one, Supernatural, and I found people that like those two, either like one or the other.
I like Once Upon a Time.
Yeah.
I can't get behind Supernatural only because I cosplay as Otonashi from Angel Beats, and it was like, "Oh, you're Celtiel." I'm like, "Who's that?"
Also 15 seasons.
Castiel? Is that his name, Castiel? I don't know. What?
Castiel, yeah.
Castiel. Yeah, like, "Oh, you're that guy." I'm like, "Who's that?" And they're like, "Supernatural." I'm like, "I don't watch that garbage."
Ooh.
And they go, "What are you then?" "I'm from Angel Beats." "What's that?" Anime? Angel Beats is one of the most perfect specimens of anime they've ever made. Jun Maeda is one of the best directors and creators. What else? He's done a lot of really good stuff. I think Charlotte is one of his most recent.
I haven't heard of Charlotte. I have seen Angel Beats, though.
Yeah, Angel Beats is fantastic. If you haven't watched it, I highly suggest it.
That's for you, Steven.
Yeah. Yeah. And for you, Bearman. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking right at you.
I mean,
You've been out of the game.
I've been out of the game for so long. I've just started watching.
You never leave anime.
I know. Well, it keeps. Once I thought I was out, it just pulls me back in.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, I started watching Rurouni Kenshin a little while back.
Oh, yes. A classic.
And
Which I think it's also on Netflix.
Yeah, it is on Netflix.
Yeah, that's where I started, and I'm like, this is so super tropey, but so good.
Well, the reason it's tropey is because
it
started the tropes.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, oh, I can see where all this is going. But it's so good.
They just did the live action here. They just released it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, they have a live action for Rurouni Kenshin?
Oh yeah.
They also have a remake of the entire series.
And
what?
It's
like a movie.
Yeah,
I've never heard of this.
It's three. They did the whole story in 3 live action movies of Rurouni Kenshin.
Oh,
they look amazing. So I mean, it's something to consider, something to check out eventually, maybe.
Definitely.
I don't know.
I know what I'm doing after this.
Yeah, no. I've got essays to write, and that's no fun.
Yeah, we've all been there.
If only I could just watch anime.
I mean, I guess while we're on the topic, I want to check out Shin Godzilla.
You know, I heard mixed things about it.
What is this?
Shin Godzilla?
Oh, no, I don't know what it is.
How about we...
New Godzilla movie, I think.
Yeah, I can go into more detail.
Isn't it made by the Japanese? Or made in Japan?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yeah, I have seen the trailer then.
I can go into more detail, like, after we have another message from Kevin. I'm sure he has some interesting stories going on.
You know, it's going to blow your mind, but Kevin's more of a stud than you think.
What?
Who's Kevin?
Kevin? Oh, you'll see.
Kevin.
You'll see. We'll be back in just a few.
Who's there? I'm coming. Keep your pants on. All right, I'm here. Wow, you're gorgeous. You're like an angel in a Pac-Man t-shirt. What are you doing here?
Wow, that's so nice of you to say. Are you Miss Kerbopowitz? I'm here to see Kevin.
All right then, dear. I'll just go on and what?
Ma, is everything okay? You sound like a Wolverine caught in a ceiling fan. Did you find my... Oh, hi, Paige.
Hi there, Kevin. It's great to see you again.
Paige, do you want to come down and play with my collectibles?
Oh my gosh, I thought you'd never ask.
And then after, maybe we could play some role-playing games.
Hold the phone here for just one gosh darn second. I'm still caught up on the part where you were here before. And what is role-playing games, Kevin? Really? So soon? You're gonna give me a heart attack, Bubba.
Jeez Louise, Mom, calm down. I play Pathfinder all the time.
Although it is true I did stay the night last night.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That was a lot of fun.
I will admit, though, it was pretty scary going down there the first time. It was so dark and scary, but then Kevin was there. Like a human glow stick, he just lit up the whole room.
Yeah, the doctors always did say that he was too pasty for his own good. Is this one of those fan fictions you're always writing about? I don't know, you two have fun. I'm gonna go talk to your father.
Come on, Paige. Let's go have fun in the basement.
I'm gonna be honest, I have nothing right now. This was a complete and total shock to me. You know what? Just tune in to Talking Nerdy next time. See what happens. I gotta go lie down.
That's right. You don't know what's going to happen, but Kevin's got a girlfriend.
That's probably one of the signs of the apocalypse.
What?
Maybe. Anyway, you are listening to Talking Nerdy, the only nerdy talk show where I ask my guests to talk nerdy to me. This is DJ Frost, and I'm here with DJ Orange, DJ Bearman, GM Confused, and Steven. And we're having fun talking about nerdy things in the basement because, we're nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I was thinking about? Because, we have a GM here in the room. Role-playing games. Different kind of fun stuff, different stories, different events that happened in the world. I mean, I know I have my fair share from when I DM'd and when I was a player.
I think almost all of us have DM experience.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I would imagine so. Well, maybe.
DMing.
We're going to call you a GM now, Steven. You've joined the club.
Congratulations, Steven. You have just received your badge of nothing.
Yeah.
I played a lot of RPGs on the video games, but I don't, not the actual ones.
It's fine. It's you get the concept. There are more GMs in this room than not.
No, exactly. It's about a 3-2 ratio here.
Yeah.
Anyway, I remember when I was first running an adventure path. It was set in the desert. You guys might know the Mummy's Mask Pathfinder
Which
adventure
edition was
path.
this? Which edition?
This is Pathfinder.
Okay.
So basically 3.5, but not 3.5 because Pathfinder is just way more balanced and got a lot more content that, is enjoyable for me and my group. Basically, so they didn't want to go the traditional route of
no party
dealing
does.
with stuff. No party ever does. It's alive. Anybody said, if the path says you have to go this way, you're going backwards, forwards, left, right, center, and then you'll finally get there.
You figure out how to destroy the path and then make a new one.
So
Pretty
many
much.
side quests.
Without railroading, which railroading is forcing the players into a path. For those of you who don't know the terminology.
I specifically hate railroading because it kills parties and ruins stories.
I had a DM who would railroad super hard.
Oh, no.
You're following my path, and my path is the only way we're going.
In
and
fact,
you're like,
yeah,
what's the point?
He would basically insta-kill you if you got off.
Oh, no. What a baby.
Yeah. Well, you see, there's something called Bear in the Woods. You're all familiar with the Bear in the Woods?
Go on.
Well, basically, if your players are doing something you don't like, and they're really doing it, you say, okay, everybody make a perception check. Doesn't even matter what they roll. You don't hear anything. You a little bit later. Roll a perception check. Oh, somebody got over a 20? You start hearing growls. A little bit of growls here and there. You're like, but yeah, something like that. Then they keep going. And then you say, everybody roll a perception check. You all pass. There's now a bear in the woods. What do you do? And then,
but we were in the city.
Yeah.
How did we get here? Look, don't worry about it. Just magic.
What do you do? Start with Orange. What do you do? Bearman, what do you do?
Ready firearms.
Okay. What do you do?
Play dead.
What do you do?
Wait, no, run down a hill.
Wonder why am I in the woods?
Yep. Orange? He's got nothing. He's got the right response. Ready's firearms. Bear mauls him. Play dead. Bear doesn't care. Mauls him. Wondering why you're in the woods? Bear mauls him. Orange? Still mauls him.
Yeah.
They don't get to escape. The responses vary. It's basically the most fun way to kill your players without being, rude.
See, among my group, it's just rocks fall, everyone dies.
See, that's
the
too boring.
worst.
That's boring.
Well, that's what it's. That's why. That's the point, though. It's like if you railroad, it's boring if you get killed. That's why rocks fall, everyone dies seems to be the most appropriate because it's just dumb.
Yeah, but this way they have a chance.
I once had a wizard fall
They
on
don't
me.
have a chance. You specifically have been saying they don't have a chance. It's
nobody's-
just a longer death.
Well, I mean,
Nobody's ever come up with a creative
you kind
solution.
of just
that's not
fudged
true.
the stats a bit. So
Yeah.
suddenly that bear is now God Bear. Oh, what you rolled?
Okay.
You rolled.
I am the guardian of the forest.
Yeah.
Bow before me.
I've actually come across God Bear. We don't joke about God Bear. God Bear is a CR11 colossal sized bear with mythic power.
No.
It's
All the
awful.
no.
His claws are enchanted. Plus D20.
No, you don't understand. This thing chased us through the woods. We had chase cards, and he was catching up. We almost didn't get away.
Colossal.
The only reason we got away is because God Bear can't swing on vines.
Okay, for frame of reference of our audience, size colossal is basically the equivalent of a dragon, a fully grown dragon.
That's the size of a colossal
So,
dragon.
so that's like it's like half stadium size.
Basically,
It's
like
like-
Smog the
it's-
bear.
Oh, so
It's 40 by 40 and feet. So you gotta.
so that's
yeah.
like 30 meters. Yards, ish.
It's a 40 by 40 square is what they
Measurements.
fit in. That's what their board space is. They can actually be bigger. So yeah, this bear. Oh,
Why didn't you roll survival to try and tame it? You know.
That would have been amazing,
Because-
but you'd have to roll like 30, 20, nat 20s in a row.
because Mythic, CR11. We're not close to that.
Hold my beer. I got this.
yeah.
Yeah, except for we're level 5, wandering around.
You gotta believe, man. Not with that attitude.
Yeah, we just ran.
Yeah, I would too. I mean, the vine thing was smart.
Well, it wasn't us. It was the cards. The cards were ever in our favor.
My
And by us, I mean one person, because I was smart and ran the opposite direction that everybody else was running.
Well, you could do,
And our sorcerer just flew straight up.
I don't have to be faster than the monster. I just have to be faster than you.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, like, I once had a wizard fall on my head. That's how a DM stopped me from tried to railroad me.
And you're like,
He didn't let me dodge it.
that's silly.
Yeah, no, I was a bad player at the time, like, because this was like one of my first games. So I'm like, we all have that one guy who's like, or girl who like, that's their first time playing, and you can do anything in this game. So you try to do anything in this game.
And you know what? You get a DM who understands that and lets you work with it. They will work with you, and that's the sign of a good DM.
yeah, there's
So,
a few.
so going back to my original story after, Tangent Land went
Yeah,
off.
sorry.
No, it's my fault too. I am a nerd with tangents. This show is about tangents. Let's be real.
So who wants to talk about tangents?
I do. Anyway, going back to the original story, they didn't want to go the normal route, and we kept having people not being there for various legitimate reasons. Hey, I've got a wedding to go to. Hey, I'm really, really sick. So I was like, you know what? Whatever. I'll make up my own adventure based off this, and then when everybody comes back, we can go back to the original adventure. So they decided, you know what? It's been a while since we hunted bandits. Let's go hunt bandits. I'm like, bandits? Okay, sure, bandits. Yeah, that's right. I remember there's bandits in this area now. Why don't you go take out their castle? Oh, okay, sure. Why not? Yeah. So an adventure path turned into kingdom building.
Oh,
And it was like, because they took over the castle. Like, you know what? Why don't we just keep it? I'm like, you want to keep this castle? It's like run down in the middle of the desert. Yeah, no, we know. There's like the closest river is like a mile away. Yeah, okay. Okay.
great exercise.
Yeah, right.
I once this is building off of that kingdom building.
Yeah.
I once was part of a game like my normal group. I was out sick one week, so I come back and one of my friends, he had like a scroll of multiplying, so he would like be able to multiply by 20.
Oh God.
And he had very high craft, so he built the kingdom
scared.
in about a day.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's scary.
So by the end of the day, like, most of the defensives were in place. He was basically the Flash.
That is
Speed Force got
glorious.
nothing on me.
Yeah.
That is 100% glorious.
It was pretty great.
If I was the DM, I'd be like, you know what? Yes.
I think we pretty much applauded him at that point because it was like all the work was done. So I was I'm going to go gather some wood for the fire.
Excuse me, I built a kingdom. I got the wood.
Yeah.
I got this, guys. Well, my favorite kingdom building story is my current / I'm not there because I'm on hiatus because, school campaign where my dwarf, I've told you two about Thoril, son of Gromril, both master brewcrafters. They're dwarves.
Ooh.
Yes. Always drunk, but not really because their tolerance is so high that they can't.
Is your middle name Anvil?
No.
Aw.
Anyway, they get transported to a land by various Cthulhu means. Literally Cthulhu.
Okay.
Literally Cthulhu, because Cthulhu is in Pathfinder.
How did Cthulhu and dwarves cross?
Cthulhu came... There's a lot of backstory to this that I can't go into right now, but basically get sent to a land that is prehistory / not prehistory. It's like that legendary land that we had some connection to. There used to be portals to there, but then they disappeared over time because of magical means, because magic is fickle at best. So we were there, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to set up a brewery, because I bet you nobody on this planet can brew as good as I can. And so I did.
As well. Superman does good, you do well.
No, nobody on this planet is going to brew as well as me, Thoril Gromrilson, so you better accept my grammar.
You just got served.
You got served.
I did not get served. I'm simply a human.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Thoril builds a brewery because we did a quest for some elves, and the elves like, okay, 2 of us showed up that day. So we got to choose rewards, and nobody else got to choose rewards because they weren't there. And there was only 2 rewards available that were supposed to be split amongst the party. Well, each of us got 1. Mine was the equivalent of 100 resources. So I built a brewery in like a month because we actually used the correct time. So we built this brewery, and I'm like, yes. We also found century-old dwarven mead, and I was like, yes. And then started selling it on the black market because I needed a license.
There's a black market in Pathfinder?
Yes,
There's
in
a
this
black
campaign.
market in every
There's a black market
RPG.
everywhere.
Why is it always called the black market, though?
Because
it sounds cooler than the
white market. I don't know.
the illegal shop.
This is the illegal
Hey
trade.
guys, I'm going to the white market.
Well,
Anyone got coffee?
It's not really the black market, because the other market that's run by pirates.
Yarr.
Like
So
pirates.
this is the super black market.
This is like the super black market, because the normal market's run by pirates. Anyway, didn't want to pay the importation fees, didn't want to pay all kinds of fees, so I was just like, you know what? I'm going to start selling it illegally. Of course, because my beer was made with a crafting skill of 30 plus.
Oh, God. Help.
Nobody could match that. And when I tried to sell my beer to other people, this tastes a lot like this illegal beer I bought. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, illegal beer. I'm purely
Right,
purely.
his charisma's 8. He can't lie.
Oh, no.
He's a really good-looking dwarf, but so blunt it hurts him. It's so blunt, it can hurt.
So his words are literally bludgeoning objects.
Yeah, they can be.
Does 3d6 damage.
Yes.
So you're kidding me.
No,
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah, we
seriously.
are.
Please tell me you've... Oh,
No.
That would have been awesome.
No,
You had me.
but so he's gotten to this pickle where he now has to get a legitimate license to continue selling beer, or else issues. And basically this whole campaign I have railroaded into me going around and everybody following me, because they don't really have a choice, getting materials for different things. And it's been glorious.
It sounds great.
Yeah, but anyway, I think we should take a little bit of a break. I know DM Confused is going to be leaving us, unfortunately. He's actually got to go DM a game.
Yeah, it's my friend. Dark Heresy, so heretics abound.
D10 systems. Yeah, you got to go deal with them heretics. This is DJ Frost, and you are listening to Talking Nerdy, the nerdy talk show where I ask my guests to talk nerdy to me. Oh, yeah. And that's obviously in a family fun, clean way. Because, we're good people on this show. We really, really are. Anyway, I'm here with DJ Orange and DJ Bearman. Sadly, DM Confused and Steven have left us for now. Steven will be back in just a bit, but I don't know. I figured I'd just let you all know that.
We never got to talk about Shin Godzilla.
We didn't?
No.
Do you want to?
It's really just a quick kind of I like the design of the basically since America had their Godzilla reboot, Japan is trying to do the same. And
yeah, they wanted to do it better.
Yeah. Jury's out on if they succeeded or not.
Yeah, it's one of the I forget who it was who I saw, but they said they don't think they succeeded.
I think that the design was a step in the right direction. The problem with the legendary Godzilla was that it spent too much time focusing on the humans, which also ended up weirdly being a strength, because when Godzilla was on screen, your eyes were glued to the set.
Yeah.
It was... And they actually put a lot of thought, and surprisingly, the American Godzilla, they put a lot of thought into the design.
Yeah.
Apparently, they tried as hard as possible to make him look very regal.
Okay.
New Godzilla they went for a burned demon look, which I think is actually really cool in its own right.
Burned Demon Godzilla.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. Steven just joined us again. We're talking about Shin Godzilla.
Topic I unfortunately don't know that much about.
That's cool. It doesn't
cool.
stop us from talking about it.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, honestly. What other... I'm trying to think. On that note of monster movies and monstrous stuff.
King Kong remake.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, that's true. That's coming out.
Yeah, also by Legendary. And it leads the way to Godzilla versus King Kong.
Which would be awesome.
I really hope so.
You know, I talked about just on Tuesday night, fun fact about King Kong and Donkey Kong.
Yeah?
So, back in the day, back in the 80s, when Nintendo was still a fledgling, quote-unquote, video game company, because they were a toy company up until that point. From the 1880s till the 1980s, they were just a toy company. And they're kind of a toy company again now with the Amiibos, but that's besides the point.
Right.
Universal saw them put out King Kong. It was like, you know what? That's copyright infringement, because that's a monkey grabbing a girl and throwing stuff at other people. And they're like, okay, Nintendo, we're going to take you to court. And Nintendo's like, fine, let's do this. Nintendo won.
Right?
Nintendo won, and ever since, they've been dominating the awesome market with their characters. Donkey Kong, Mario, Link. Just imagine, though, if they'd lost, we wouldn't have Zelda. We wouldn't have Mario.
That is a horrifying thought.
We wouldn't have Pokemon. We wouldn't have any of this stuff.
We wouldn't have the franchise of Nintendo.
Gaming culture would probably have been stunted for by a good 20 years.
At least.
Yeah.
It would have been bad, and it would have been all Universal's fault.
I mean, it's not like games weren't advancing during that time, but Nintendo just would come out with
the
hit after hit after, and some of them would be game changing. I mean,
Yeah.
Pokemon, I think Gold and Silver, the original Pokemon Red is in that game.
Yeah. Well, sort of.
Sort of, but it's basically there.
Yeah, they're not able to pull that off anymore just because of size and how, intensive the games are now.
Right.
But they're doing their best. I mean, they technically pulled it off in Heart Gold Soul Silver, but to a lesser degree, I think.
Yeah, look at all the games that are coming out now. They're actually, seeing what the Wii U can do.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
That's actually my only fear about the NX. I don't think we've truly had something that could test the Wii U systems to see what the breaking point was.
They did a really good job with Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Yeah.
They pushed it.
They pushed it.
Breath of the Wild will push it.
Breath of the Wild will probably...
Twilight Princess HD will push it. No, they designed Breath of the Wild to go to the highest possible caliber the Wii U can go without overheating and breaking. They've been designing this game so well that the Wii U will run to its maximum, and that's it.
All right, I'm down.
Hyrule Warriors itself, actually, not because of system pushing, but it...
Graphically.
Yeah, graphically... Well, not graphically, I'm sorry. System-wise, Hyrule Warriors pushed the Wii U to its limit because it was trying to run 2 instances of the game at once. Once on the TV and once on the pad for multiplayer only. So, single player, it ran great. Multiplayer?
Not so much.
It ran well,
Oh.
but not as well. So the graphics dropped on both because it was literally running 2 copies of the game at once.
I think I'm fine with that. I'd rather have a system being pushed because of...
No, but what it can handle is it can handle Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Yeah, there's Black Flag for Wii U. It's actually a lot of fun because of the additional mechanics they were able to throw in there because of the gamepad.
Okay, yeah.
Instead of going to the actual pausing the menu and actually looking at the map, it's on the gamepad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
They did really, really fun things with it. So, but the NX, I feel like they're going to bring something powerful to the market. Not because they have to, but because they can.
Yeah, because, technology is where the other console was. It's just...
Yeah, I mean, between the current consoles, Wii U accepted, PS4 kind of wringed Xbox One's neck. In a bad way.
It's funny because Sony's been having a bad week with that. But also, apparently, when I don't know how many of you guys know this, but when it was starting to come out, they said, we're not trying to compete with the Xbox One. We're trying to compete with PCs.
Yeah.
That is a terrifying prospect. That is a level of confidence I have not seen.
And they did it. They did it fine.
Yeah.
PlayStation was smart, and they're like, if we get the exclusives on our side, we win. And you know what they did? They got all the exclusives. baseball, the MLB games, you cannot buy on any other system because Sony has exclusive rights to it.
I mean, I can think of two games off the top of my head that were exclusive. One of them is no longer exclusive to Xbox, but one was Sunset Overdrive.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only one that I know of that was exclusive.
And
to
the Halo
Xbox.
series, but the Halo series has gone into the toilet.
Well, I mean,
Halo 4 was bad, and Halo 5 was worse.
Nobody actually bought any.
When I
Nobody
worked
bought
this
Halo
summer at Game Station,
yeah.
we had about 60 copies, just there
That's
between
not
the new
great.
and used.
That's not great.
Yeah, it was bad. Well,
Oh.
we even had the special edition that we kept marking back by like $10, $10 more off, $10 more off. Oh my God! Somebody please buy it. It's kind of how it. The 343 is just bad.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying.
They're not doing a very good job.
No, but they're trying.
They had their game, which was Reach, and then they've been trying to overextend themselves.
Reach wasn't even all that great.
I don't really want to play. No,
Was Reach good?
There's some conflict there if you don't like Reach, because I love Reach. Reach let you play as your own character, so I actually felt like I was.
Okay, then which one was the best? Maybe I'm thinking of 4.
Halo 4 is the one. Like, I don't want.
Which is the one with the power of love that saves you from a nuke? That's 4. That's 4.
That's 4.
Yeah, it's 4.
I can't die because of love.
Honestly,
That doesn't work unless you're a magical girl.
I don't want to play as Master Chief anymore
No,
because
he was supposed to be dead. He's supposed to be out in the void, just.
I'm fine with him being
Damn.
back, but I want him to be like this Captain America-like figure that all other soldiers kind of have to look up to.
Yeah.
So I don't like. I want to be a Spartan like that kind of makes your own legend. And they had the right idea with adding the second Spartan, John Locke, I think his name was.
Something like that.
But
Again, that game was awful.
I think Reach did better because you customize your Spartan, his armor,
Right,
everything.
Reach was the prequel, right? It was the.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
what happened to Reach.
Yes. Okay.
It was
yeah.
like one of the I think there was a movie that also takes place around the same
Yes.
time.
The
Forward
fall
Unto
of-
Dawn.
No, the
No.
Fall of Reach, which is a new one.
Is that it?
Basically, Reach is like, okay, so this planet Halo 4 Reach is Halo 4 Reach. Halo Reach was basically like, okay, so we're going to lose this planet. And especially the ending. I don't know if that's spoilery considering
It's been out long enough.
basically the ending is like, all right, everyone's dead. This planet is going to get nuked. So here are progressively more powerful waves of enemies. Try and fight them off.
Okay.
Yeah,
You don't leave Reach.
you don't leave Reach.
No.
No.
Nope.
There were rumors that your character did survive, but nope. I remember specifically when I played, like 4 elite generals all blasted me with their weapons at once, and that's how I went out. And I was like, I did good.
Yeah, that would.
The main purpose of Reach was actually getting Cornelia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
It was a fun game.
Yeah.
Actually, kind of heartfelt in some places.
Yeah, I imagine. Although I'm sure it would have been a little bit like more fulfilling for some people if you got to keep your character and like it lived. But
I
No,
think
but a
it-
lot of people like to play on the online with Reach.
right, yeah. But you're always kind of able to customize your character. I mean, in Halo 2 you could do it.
Yeah, but at least in this game, it's like you get to customize your character in the campaign mode.
That's really nice.
Granted, it doesn't like actually have any difference, but it made me connect more because I don't connect with Master Chief.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Oh, you're so cool," and I'm just like, "Eh."
The biggest thing I get when I think of Master Chief is like, "Oh, he's better than a Space Marine." I'm like, "You obviously don't know what a Space Marine is."
Space Marines are terrifying.
They are just awful. I mean, they're really good if you're a human. They're awful if you're anything else.
Well, I mean, you have to if you're living in the Warhammer universe. Like, I think Master Chief could take on like what, one Space Marine?
Not even. Not
Really?
even.
Ooh.
No, not even close.
By the way, tell us what you think. Who would win in that fight on our Facebook page? We'll
Yeah.
talk about the results next week.
Oh, yeah. So if you go to Facebook and search for DJ Frost at WLMC, tell us. Oh, man, I'll start a post for everybody to comment on. But, yeah, tell us who you think would win, a Space Marine or Master Chief. And give reasons, please, because
Yes.
you can't just say this guy or this guy because they're Master Chief or because they're a Space Marine.
Let's say the rules for this, it's just 1-on-1. It's not like how many can Master Chief down before.
Well, yeah, I mean, and use your most Mary Sue of Mary Sue Space Marines if you want to. Because Space Marines come in all different ranks. So,
all right, Master Chief's pretty Mary Sue.
yeah, Master, are you
All right,
kidding
that's fair.
me?
That's fair, yeah.
You mean Gary Sue?
Gary Sue, yeah.
Gary Sue.
He is literally the Gary Stu of
Yeah,
the Halo
I mean-
universe, so that's fair.
I guess put up Marnius Calgar against. Yeah, you know what? We'll go with that. Marnius Calgar versus Master
A
Chief.
named Space Marine. Oh, boy.
Marnius Calgar, Chapter Master of the Ultramarines versus Master Chief. Who do you think will win?
Probably that guy. I mean, that name alone just strikes terror into me.
Well, yes. Oh, you know who would actually be scarier is Kavan Shrike, the Master of the Raven Guard, because you won't see him coming, and then he'll be there.
You know what? I think this would be an interesting thing. We'll pick our favorite responses too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah. So while you all decide who's gonna win, Marnius Calgar, you know, let's not be mean. That's just no contest.
Fair.
I mean, the armor of Marnius Calgar alone, you couldn't penetrate with anything Master Chief has. Even the energy sword.
I'm pretty sure that Captain America could feasibly take on Master Chief. I think that was
Cap America?
yeah,
Absolutely.
that's been said, which is surprising. Because, well, I mean,
No, he's a super soldier. They're about on the same level.
A Spartan has been genetically engineered to be as a fighting machine.
I mean,
Yes.
Captain America was just like, here's super steroids, but
Yep.
but with like Spartans, it was like, here's the super steroids plus years of
Mech suit.
mech
Yeah.
suit, military training, bone enhancements.
Pretty much. This is DJ Frost, and you are listening to Talking Nerdy, the nerdy talk show where I ask my guests to talk nerdy to me. I am here with DJ Orange, DJ Bearman, and my good friend Steven. How y'all doing?
All right.
Pretty good. Young Master Steven has had a request from us.
Oh, do speak.
Well, I have a 3DS, but I'm like, now it's like I feel it's time to get an actual console again. I have had a few different ones, and I'm just trying to figure out with the new generation what's probably what I want to go for.
Okay. Well, first of all, 3DS is a perfectly acceptable console. Very, very good console.
It's the perfect portable one.
It is.
Yeah.
It is the portable system to have in this country.
But guys, the Vita.
No.
I don't even know what that is.
Bearman made a
Exactly.
funny. Bearman made a funny.
Poor Vita.
Yeah, no. I don't feel bad at all.
I do.
They've got the PS4.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, if you wanted to get a console, what kind of game are you looking to play?
Well, games I generally play are like Forza and GTA.
I think Forza is PS4 exclusive. Or is that...
Xbox, I think.
Oh.
What I mean, we have Need for Speed.
First person
Yeah.
shooters.
FPS?
Do you like? Yeah. Do you like?
Do you,
much
yeah, what kind of
FPSs?
FPS do you want? Like...
I literally...
Would you? All right. Well, would you consider yourself like a heavy multiplayer guy?
More single player. I like to just do the campaigns over and over.
Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
So PS4. Because Ratchet and Clank is just the best.
Honestly, yeah, I can't recommend anything like exclusive that's like
That's not Ratchet and Clank.
I don't I'm exclusive like cuz like we were talking about earlier.
Right.
PS4 has been holding like all the marbles right now for exclusives.
They're probably going to continue to do so. You know, the only one who has more exclusive than PlayStation is Nintendo.
Yeah, this is true.
I mean, but I would say like yeah, definitely PS4
The other one...
they've been having a bad week.
If
but-
you want, like, a legitimate, like, FPS, Battlefield 1
Doom?
that's coming out. Oh, Doom. Doom is really good, too. Doom has a great campaign. Battlefield 1 is going to be World War 1. So, it goes back to the old, what everybody wishes Call of Duty still was.
yeah.
Why did they have to change to that? Like,
Modern stuff, yeah, I don't know.
You
But
know-
Battlefield 1, they actually showed it to historians, and historians were like, this is the most accurate representation of World War I we could ever think of. We did not expect this. And there's like two things that were wrong, and they were minor like things that had to be there for like gameplay mechanics. That's it.
Yeah.
So what you're saying
You
is...
could literally ride a horse, jump off of that horse onto a tank, and take out the tank.
Battlefield, yeah, and
That is...
also because of like as much as I love like future things, because of the limit for our technology in that era, it also creates for like more exciting gameplay. So
Right.
yeah, you get that moment. You can cowboy off a horse onto a tank, blow up the tank and then like ride into a plane and take on a zeppelin.
Right?
Yeah, you can't tell me that doesn't sound amazing.
Mm-hmm. It's just, if I was to go into the FPS genre and buy like a system, like it would be, actually, who am I kidding? It'd be Ratchet and Clank. But Ratchet and Clank isn't really FPS. It's 3PS because it's third person.
Yeah.
But it's still Ratchet and Clank, and everybody loves. Yeah, Ratchet and Clank is one of those feel-good games.
It's an FPS / platformer.
It's like one of those that, like one of my first games was Jack and Daxter.
Yes.
So it's kind of like in the same vein as that.
Quick tangent. You know what people have been doing with? Have you seen the meme?
No.
iPhone 7 is, so they said iPhone 6 is like Jack and Daxter. iPhone 7 is like Daxter.
Did they really remove the headphone
Yes,
jack?
they did.
Why?
Don't even.
Yeah, it's like you have to buy $150 just for the Bluetooth headset. It's like, what?
Yeah, those are going to get stolen or lost so easily.
Oh my god, yeah. It's going to be stupid. But anyway, back to console stuff.
Right.
Ratchet and Clank is just, it's made by Insomniac Games, which as a company always puts out a high quality game.
Oh, I'm so excited for their Spider-Man game.
Dude, it looks amazing.
Yeah, like not a lot of info, but
Oh, and another thing, the PS4 rather, just dropped in price by $100.
Yes, because of the
wow.
PS4
Pro.
So the PS4 Slim is going to be $300 instead of $400, and the PS4 Pro, which it works with 4K TVs and runs a little faster, so basically nothing you need.
And has a
is the
terabyte of hard drive space.
Yeah.
Which is terrifying.
Well, again, you're not ever going to use it all unless you're like crazy.
I have problems like running my PS4 now because I have to download, re-download, delete.
Yeah, that's the thing I don't like. Nintendo's like the only company right now that you don't have to download the game off the disc.
Yeah.
It's kind of embarrassing for the other companies. It's like, dude,
The game just runs.
yeah, the game runs off the disc. Is this a foreign concept to you? The only exception to that rule is Xenoblade Chronicle X, where you have the option to download 15 gigs of extra data to make loading faster.
This could turn into an episode in itself, but out of everything, if we had to recommend one thing, I'd probably say get a PC, like a gaming PC.
Honestly, yes.
Yeah.
If you're well, I'm going to stick by the Wii U, but that's just me.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you're in the budget, like if
you've got the budget for a PC, your best bet.
You can get one built for
PC is dominating the actual console wars.
Because Steam is unbeatable.
Steam is super unbeatable.
Or, sorry, water vapor, hot water vapor.
Yeah,
hot water vapor.
They are super dominating. By that company Wrench.
Yes, Wrench and its hot water vapor gaming distribution platform. Very, very good.
You can get you can have somebody build a good gaming PC for about.
Not to mention, there's also the old games you can play on them.
Right.
Yeah, that too.
I like my old.
There's no backwards compatibility issues because you're permanently backwards compatible if you do it right.
I mean, obviously, you're gonna have problems running some old games.
Some, but there's always a patch for it.
There's always a patch, or there's always some thing you can tweak.
Heck, I can throw Diablo 2 into my current laptop and have it run, and it's glorious.
Yeah, and apparently within some of the new patches and everything like that, but Age of Mythology, there's now the Chinese gods that you can play.
Yeah, I downloaded Age of Empires 2 from Hot Water Vapor with all the expansions included for $10.
I got the entire Warhammer collection for 15.
See, the problem with that is I already have them all.
How much? At what point do you hit where you have too many computers? Because I already have two, and now I'm wanting a third.
You want a desktop?
Yes,
you definitely want a gaming desktop.
They will last longer. Is the point?
See this could be a whole episode in itself, but like I was saying, you can get a good one built on campus for about $700,
and you can source the parts from Nova Oblong Object.
Yeah, that, or you could get your old laptops. I mean, there's probably something in there. I'm not.
Shh! Don't tell them it's Newegg.com.
Okay.
But yeah, Nova Oblong Object.
It I mean, I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure you can get at least some parts from a laptop.
It's not recommended.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I don't.
They don't really work.
I'm not a super PC guy, but I at least recognize how beneficial it is to gaming in general.
Well, my main computer is one that got from this school.
Oh, so it's
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. You
no.
can't, I had trouble running. I had trouble running like most 3D games on that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can get something. You could get water-cooled PCs, which how much does that cost?
That's a lot more.
way more money.
I mean, like, all right, so dream PC build. Let's build the dream PC for Steven.
Get a fish tank, put all the parts in the tower, and fill it up with mineral oil.
That also isn't a good idea because then you can get mineral oil everywhere.
Yes, but it actually conducts electricity faster.
It does, but it's just not worth it. It's easier. It's much cheaper to just get a water cooled system. To be honest.
Yeah, but if you have a leaky one,
I mean, what are we? So again, let's build this dream PC. So, all right, mineral oil or water cooled. So our.
All right, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah,
right.
we're gonna figure out.
Let's do this right.
We're gonna figure this out, boys and girls. Don't worry, we got this.
Let's see. All products. What would it be under? Components? Yeah, it'd be
Probably.
components.
Yeah.
Come on, Nova oblong shape. I need you to work for me here.
I mean, I personally think that. I mean, I don't know a huge amount about computers, but I think that water cooled might be the better option if you're looking for cheap. But again, this is the dream. So it could be made out of solid gold. Probably wouldn't be the most beneficial thing, but
I know if there's a solid gold one.
They're actually not that expensive. I take it back.
Oh wow,
they're like $55 for like a cheap one.
That's not bad.
Yeah, there's also like they range. The most expensive one that I'm seeing is about $200, but again, that's not bad. I mean, if you wanted to go like really high tech and go like liquid hydrogen,
Yeah, that's the expensive stuff.
Is that a thing? Is that actually a thing?
Yes.
Liquid
I
hydrogen,
wonder-
cooled
liquid
PC.
helium.
Liquid hydrogen, liquid helium cooling tower.
Wow.
It's bad. It's,
All right, so we're getting you a liquid hydrogen cooling tower.
the most common one is water cooled, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, but come on, man, we could dream.
We can dream. I'm not seeing anything you can buy that's really affordable, so we're gonna pretend that I didn't say anything about liquid gassed.
Okay. All right. So what kind of screen are we gonna get for Steven?
Screen?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Go 24-inch or bigger.
Gaming standard is 36 inch.
See, I'm thinking three
monitors?
Three monitors because I like that setup. It's hard to. It's
Gaming
hard
standard is
first.
36 inches, but if you do maybe 3 15-inch displays, maybe 3 20-inch displays, side by side.
Oh, 324.
Ooh. That might get a little excessive. Because you still have to manage everything that's on your screens.
Yes, but we haven't got into gaming keyboard, gaming mouse, gaming...
It's
at
also,
that point, you go with sharp shaving object for that kind of thing.
Honestly, at what point do you just kind of... Does it become like with three screens, does it just kind of become virtual reality at one point?
Yeah.
If they're big enough.
Don't get me started. Like, also, you got to go in with the surround sound.
Yeah, we got to figure out your surround sound system.
Bose.
Yeah, we're planning the whole thing for you, man. We got you.
I don't want to
Both.
think
Including a chair.
Bose.
Yeah, we got to figure... Oh, the chair. There's so many options.
any chair can be better than the ones that are in the rooms here.
Yes, that is true.
No, we got to get you... Maybe,
We got to get you a gaming chair.
Yeah. This here is DJ Frost, and you are listening to Talking Nerdy, the nerdy talk show where I ask my wonderful guests to talk nerdy to me, but in a very clean and family-friendly way, because this is radio.
like you do.
Yeah, like you do. Exactly.
So, we came to the conclusion that, Steven, unfortunately, we cannot fully build your PC because there are a lot of things to think about.
So,
We're going to come back with a list.
what we can promise you is a list.
We're gonna come
next
back with-
week.
Why is my wallet shaking?
Yeah,
Your wallet's gonna be a crying.
this thing I'm gonna be disappointed if it doesn't break $10,000.
Wait, that's more than all my cars
this
I've
is-
ever owned combined.
Oh, God.
This is the dream.
You're hurting me, man.
Yeah, this is gonna be the dream.
Our wallets are quivering now.
We're setting up a bat cave for you.
Batman.
That exists.
I've seen it, and it's
Nocturnal
amazing.
echolocation mammal man.
Yeah. All right, this is hype. I like it. All right, so what else we got on the agenda tonight?
What is the meaning of life?
42.
Okay, good. We're done.
Okay.
I'm done. Everybody,
We're
good?
set.
We're good.
We're set.
Okay,
Show's
cool.
over.
Everybody, see you later, guys. I'm gone.
All right, I'm done.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Aw.
How about books? Nerdy books. That reminds me, Hitchhiker's Guide to a Galaxy, obviously a cult classic. What about others? What do you consider a cult classic nerd book?
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein, yes.
The mother of science fiction.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mary Shelley.
I have not read it yet.
Oh, it's an amazing book.
I have too many other books that are...
If you can find it, watch the play version with Benedict Cumberbatch and Tommy Lee Miller.
Yes.
Very
so well done. Oh, wow.
I think the Wizard of Earthsea should be there.
Yeah. You know, I don't like how it ended, but the Aragon series? They did some funky things with the last book.
Lord of the Rings, like...
No, I was going to get to that, obviously. Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings, everything.
Although, honestly, the movie almost ruined the books for me. It was so bad.
No, the movie... You didn't like the Lord of the Rings movies?
No, Aragon.
Oh, the movie... No, we don't talk about that here.
No.
No.
I
man.
I kind of liked it.
Get out.
You can hear... Just the look on the on TJ Frost's face right now is
Well,
like pure
it's not as
anger.
bad as if he said he liked the Airbender movie.
Oh, no.
That's my favorite movie! No, I'm just kidding. I'm not,
muting you now.
I'm not that bad.
Yep.
Harry Potter, I think.
Yeah, that's continuing more.
Oh, yeah.
Why do I have a feeling that... I have a feeling Harry Potter's not going to go away. It's just going to be evolved.
No, she has accepted it, and she's now filling in the lore.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah,
My free time's going away.
Here's my beef with Harry Potter. It's not the story. The story's great. It's the books aren't that well written.
Oh,
they're
no.
not. They are not like the most like. It's not like you read it and think, oh wow, Walden's Pond or Henry David Thoreau or one of the great writers of all time. But the story is great, and I will say that I love the story.
Just not the
This
writing.
has been Frosty.
It's not the writing. It's like
Everybody's
reading it
entitled
as a
to their own
kid.
opinion.
It's magical. Reading it as an adult, you go, this seemed a little bit more complicated when I was a kid.
So I missed out.
Especially the seventh book, which got dark.
Yeah.
Although I have a lot of my friends that are also like me, dyslexic, seem to just love that book.
Right. I'm not bashing Harry Potter by any means. I'm saying the writing itself. It's like calling Twilight a masterpiece.
Well, that's
going too far.
That's going, yeah.
That's
yeah,
going way
no.
too
That's too far in the opposite direction.
Steven just had a mini aneurysm.
Yeah. I mean,
There's so many that can be on. There's like the Mockingjay series.
I haven't actually read them, but I can't get behind it.
young adult novels kind of ended for me after Harry Potter.
Right, that's kind of it. Harry Potter was my limit.
That closed the book
Yeah.
on like that chapter for me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some of the books I like tend to be. I use audiobooks, and before I found
there's a lot out there.
before I found Audible, I liked some
There's the Han-
site where you could get books in the public domain
Right.
read to you for free. And
They still have that, I think.
yeah, I
I'm
can't-
always wondering
I-
what happened to the Star Wars, the other universe theories, because the one
Oh,
that I
the
like,
alternate universe? It still exists.
Yes, it does.
Disney just didn't include it in their movie.
Well, now it's Legends, so these
Yeah.
things may have happened.
For instance,
I just consider Knights
the
of the
one
Old
that I
Republic
remember
canon.
Yeah.
reading back in the day was
KOTOR
the Han Solo trilogy.
Yes. Those,
That's
many people will still consider
probably-
canon.
That's probably not going to be considered canon now.
No,
the
it's
solo Han Solo movie is out, or is coming out.
Yeah,
but there's definitely going to be references to it, or
Oh, yeah.
at least it'll take elements from that. Mm-hmm. Like Han Solo, man, he was cold-hearted.
Dude, yeah.
Like, wow, he was like
Yeah.
pretty chill when he was with Luke, but like when he was on his own as a kid, man.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
He got his reputation for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Luke mellowed him out, but
He went to the Cousins of the Hutts.
Also, like most of the bounty hunters there had in the New Hope had beef with him.
oh yeah,
That's why they were there. It wasn't so much as a paycheck; that was just a bonus.
it was. Wait, you want us to hunt Luke? He's just some kid. Han Solo's with him. Sign me up.
Yeah, like Han Solo like burned him with a speeder or something. Crazy.
Oh yeah, Han was he was a crazy kid.
He was also kicked out of the
you
Imperial,
and those crazy kids.
He was also kicked out of the Imperial Academy.
Yeah, well, That's not hard to do.
Yeah, because he witnessed, death, Darth Vader.
Yeah. Yeah. But as for cult classic books,
Earthsea is a good one.
yeah, Earthsea.
The Drake and Josh series.
Oh, you're still on the Disney shows, Nickelodeon shows, yeah. Okay.
Whoa. Okay, that is cult classic literature right there.
Oh, okay.
I need to know about the bake sale.
So
I need to know about the chili cook-off.
I was actually going to go. You guys remember a series called Del Toro?
no.
Oh.
How about Dune?
They're definitely in the young adult. Dune, yes, but they're definitely in the young adult sector. But, when I was a kid reading them, they were magical. They were just great. I'm sure the writing is about the same level as Harry Potter, so I can't really raise it up higher than I'm, it would be unjust of me to.
Dune.
Yes.
Redo Dune.
They are redoing Dune as a movie.
Also,
they're not rewriting the books.
I don't have a lot of personal experience with this, but the Wheel of Time series.
I've heard nothing but good things.
They're also going to do a book series, a movie series about the Wrinkle in Time series.
I loved A Wrinkle in Time. I don't know if I would consider that in the nerd cult classics, though. I'd say it's a classic. I don't know if it's a nerd cult classic.
Well, what do we consider? What is our criteria?
Sci-fi,
that generally accepted by nerddom as
magic, sci-fi, things of that nature.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if one I like would be
Go for it.
The Tarzan series.
Yeah, there's elements in there.
There's
some fantasy elements.
Yeah, that's
Although
fantasy.
it's a very good series, although you have to
Not the Disney-fied ones, right?
No. I'm talking about the original book by Burroughs.
Yeah.
Which ignores some of the 19th century stuff, and it's a pretty good book.
No, absolutely. I mean, when you're reading old literature, you have to accept that these were written in a time that is not yours.
There's many ones like Dracula, and there's also like the strange tales of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
See, the weird thing is, I would almost not consider Dracula part of the nerd cult classic because
it's part of the horror genre.
Yeah, it's more horror genre.
I mean,
Dr.
even
Jekyll
Frankenstein pushes it, but it's got the sci-fi elements.
It has sci-fi elements. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde has sci-fi elements. So there's that there, but Dracula, it's purely mysticism.
Well, if we're gonna go classics in sci-fi, it's Isaac Asimov.
Oh yeah,
the Asimov series, or
Jules Verne.
Yeah, Jules Verne. Oh, absolutely, Jules Verne.
H.G. Wells, the time.
Oh yeah.
War of the Worlds.
World of Worlds is definitely in there. It's things that it's not widely spread in nerd culture, but generally accepted as we wouldn't have it without it.
Yeah, in that case, I'll probably say Dracula because while it's more horror, I think
it does lead to the horror genre, and it's definitely created enough tropes and different things that.
Yeah, but during the time they didn't have anything like that,
and vampires didn't freaking sparkle. Yeah, you can tell which books I don't really care for.
I'm gonna guess the Warriors series then, because vampires sparkle in that.
Oh, do they?
Probably. I've never read one.
What's actually surprisingly well written are the
Drake and Josh books.
Yes, the Drake and Josh books.
Awesome.
Exactly. No, I'm talking about the Warhammer books that are published by the Black Library, which is actually a part of Games Workshop, the company that made it all.
Oh,
they're very well done. They have some of the best writers who do other science fiction work write for them, based on their lore.
I like lore.
It makes it adds a huge aspect. Warhammer, great models. They were always a model company to begin with, so Games Workshop made great figures. Their game has always been passable, but of late it's been meh. They've been changing so much. They got rid of their flagship game. They did a lot of things which a lot of the fans didn't agree with.
They've gone to apps.
Well, some of their games are incredible, but where they really shine is their lore. It is very rich. It is very deep. It's dark. There's no doubting it. No, it's just dark no matter what. Warhammer 40k lore is the deepest, darkest lore you're going to come across. There is no hope. There is just war.
Oh,
that is the base of it.
All right.
The deep, dark future. It is.
What speaking of that, what games have actually surprised you with the amount of lore that it has?
There's a lot.
I would say Elder Scrolls.
The Elder Scrolls. You don't come across it because nobody pays attention. but there's so much.
There are volumes of lore. I learned.
You read in-game the books.
That's a fraction.
That's only a fraction, exactly.
Then there's the Fallout series, which has the placements of lore.
The Fallout series is a little less because it's kind of intermingled with our own timeline.
Yeah, basically everything up until I think
the 50s?
past World War II.
Around that time, it starts diverging
Yeah.
because of an invention.
Yeah, that's when. Well, we all know the Fallout series.
Yeah. Post-apocalyptic after the nukes.
Yeah, bad things happen.
Yeah.
The lore, there is a lot of interesting lore in it, but it's not like Oblivion or Elder Scrolls where there is like tomes upon tomes.
Oh, if you want something like that, then how about Dishonored?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I really want to get into Dishonored, but I'm like struggling, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
I think I own it on Steam. On
hot water vapor.
Hot water vapor. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's it.
We're really bad at this whole avoiding brand name thing.
We're kind of the worst.
Well, so long as we don't advertise for them, it's okay.
That's true.
So, yes, Steam. At the same time, I don't know. I got to really think about this. What game has a lot of lore that I just didn't expect? Oh, that's a tough question.
Yeah, it is.
You know what? My favorite game, Stellar Glow. I did not expect as much as there was.
Yeah, that has a ton of lore.
It's like, you go into it, it's an amazing JRPG.
Yeah.
You're going through it, the story's great. You don't necessarily consider the past, and then bam, the past hits you. And then bam, you find out more. And it just keeps building and building. You're like, oh my god, if I read this in a book, it'd be incredible.
Yeah, man, I always love when that's a feeling in a video
It's
game.
like, I'm reading a book, but I get to play the book? Oh my god, yes.
Yeah. I mean, I'll talk more about Elder Scrolls at a different time, so...
Yeah, I mean, Elder Scrolls, we could talk for days about.
Pretty much.
This is DJ Frost, and you are listening to Talking Nerdy, the nerdy talk show where I ask my guests to talk nerdy to me. I'm here with DJ Orange, DJ Bearman, and my friend Steven, and we are just talking shop, talking nerd. I mean, we were just talking about lore that surprised us.
Yeah,
I
mean, you know what? I think I'll get a little bit into what I was going to say, but basically my only frustration with the Elder Scrolls series is that nothing I do in a game will really matter in the long run, except for the main quest.
Yeah. Well, yes and no.
Unless you want to completely 100% the game.
Skyrim did matter, insofar as the main quest too, because you had to do the side quest to get part of the main quest accomplished.
That's fair, but Skyrim did better, but with it. But let's say,
Oblivion, you didn't have to do anything but the main quest to actually get anywhere.
Well, my main beef with it is like the Dark Brotherhood in Skyrim.
What about them?
Mostly gone by the time Skyrim rolls around. Granted, it's been a couple hundred years, so
right. It's been a very long time.
Yeah, but there's so many books and everything that if you can read in Skyrim that has so much lore in it.
That's true. It will explain. There's probably a book in there that explains like what happened after my character in Oblivion did whatever he did. Or,
yeah, there is the unnamed hero of Kvatch. That's what he was referred to as.
If
the
you want
hero
something
of Kvatch.
on that level, then try Dragon Age. Not the Dragon.
Dragon Quest?
No, Dragon Age.
Dragon Age
is so good.
The Fable series too.
Fable.
Especially the third one. That thing, the Dragon Age third game had so much lore.
Fable is kind of gone. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
Fable 1 was probably one of my favorite games of all time, and probably what got me so into fantasy, actually.
Yeah, and it's not exactly anybody's fault that Fable... Actually, no, it's totally... whose fault was it that it died? I can't remember. It was,
I forgot which
man.
Yeah.
We're just gonna refer... If someone messed up, we're just gonna refer to them as Meme Man.
Mean Man.
Meme Man.
Meme Man. Yeah, them.
Meme Man. He messed up. He messed up. The series suffered for it, and it's not coming back, probably. And it probably shouldn't, because Fable 3 was one of the most disappointing experiences in gaming for me.
Yeah, well...
I was supposed to run that kingdom, and I just got to choose do a make-your-own-adventure story.
Yeah, it's kind of... unfortunate. Dragon Quest, though, actually has some pretty decent lore behind it.
Yeah, that's true. Dragon Age, Dragon Quest.
Dragon games in general seem to have the lore down. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just adding the word dragon.
Yeah.
Because dragons are
You
mysterious.
instantly gain 50 pages of lore if you put dragon near something.
Right. It's just how it works.
Yeah.
Well, it's Dragon Age is like Skyrim because you go around and you actually have to kill dragons.
Well, yes, you are the Dragonborn, but dragons have always actually played a part in the Elder Scrolls lore because the emperors before were all blood of the dragon.
Yeah.
From Akatosh.
But dragons, man, I feared them in Dragon Age.
They were nasty.
They were terrifying.
Oh, they get nastier in the third one.
Actually, you know what? 7th Dragon Code VFD.
That
had lore in it. The ending was too disappointing for me. But no, it had tons of lore. And dragons, they're nasty.
Yo, in Dragon Age 3, can't you, like, when you beat a dragon, don't you get to, like, display its skull in your throne room?
I think so.
In Skyhold, yes.
That is amazing. Why is that not a feature in more games?
It is in Skyrim. You can display a dragon skull.
Isn't it, like, the whole skeleton, though?
Yeah, the entire... since you have your Skyhold, which is an ancient elven stronghold.
Yeah.
It's big enough, and you're basically sitting on the throne, and then you look up, and there's a dragon's skeleton.
This is happening. I'm going to go play that right now. Goodbye, everyone.
Oh, see you later.
No, I'm kidding. I gotta be here, because good friends, good nerd talk.
Talking shit.
You can also get a small little dragon as a rideable character.
Also pet squirrels.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm just
Guys,
saying.
that's reminding me of like a game I used to play a long time ago. I think it was back. I still had a PS1.
Oh wow.
It was like this game where there was a little dragon that you had to rescue all the big dragons. I can't remember.
Spyro?
That.
Spyro, dude.
Spyro.
I love Spyro. Unfortunately, they turned Spyro into Skylanders.
Well, it's not Spyro and the Skylanders anymore. It's just Skylanders.
But that game had lore too, because if you think about the actual origins of the actual gameplays of Spyro.
Yes, Spyro had lore. Skylanders is just...
No.
Jack and Daxter had surprising amounts of lore.
It did. Ratchet and Clank has a surprising amount of lore.
Yeah.
If you think about it, all the major games that everybody loves, good amount of lore.
Yeah. You have
Legend of Zelda, Mario.
Mario has sparse lore, but actually, when you get into it,
I'm talking Galaxy.
Oh yeah, tons and tons. They've just been, and the thing is, they can build infinitely with the really long-running series.
Donkey Kong had lore.
Donkey Kong 64 had tons of lore.
Yeah.
So, fun video game fact, you guys might not know this, but Mario's a plumber.
Yeah.
Hidden lore.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Never mentioned.
From Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah.
And his name is actually Mario. His last name is Mario.
I thought that was non-canon.
No, that was... Nope.
It's canon now?
Miyamoto confirmed it.
It's
canon
Mario, and then it's
Luigi
Mario.
They are the Mario brothers.
An actual bit, I'm kidding, of course, but an actual bit of small lore is apparently originally Mario, when he was Jumpman, was supposed to be Donkey Kong's zookeeper.
Yes. Apparently, Donkey Kong was the good guy in that game.
Yeah, kind of.
But then it was like, actually, no.
Yeah, and the girl that gets kidnapped is
It's Pauline. It's not Peach.
Yeah,
No.
Mario's original girlfriend. That took place in New York, didn't it?
What?
Donkey Kong?
Yes.
So, no Mushroom Kingdom.
No.
So, Donkey Kong 1, I guess, is officially non-canon.
Yeah. But
This
it's its own sort
there's
of...
some Mario games that we would wish that never would existed.
I'm not talking about the CGI games here.
Oh, I wish those were canon.
CDI, I should say.
No, I'm talking the one for the NES system.
Which one?
The one where you have to go find him.
Mario is missing.
Yeah.
You have to go all around trying to find Mario because Bowser hid him away in one of the
countries.
What? Yeah, our countries, like our world. So
Yep. You're walking around.
You have average people walking around, and then there's just Luigi,
who looks so out of place.
Terrifying.
The better Mario is missing, quote unquote, is Luigi's Mansion.
Oh yeah, but Luigi's Mansion was prime.
The new one they made for Dark Moon is not bad either.
I played a little bit of it.
Not bad.
It was fun.
It's definitely better than some
I kind of like
other
the
games.
Mario and Luigi RPG styles.
Yeah, Super Mario RPG.
Great writing. Like, really funny.
You know what's actually really, really well done is Super Mario RPG for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
really well done.
That thing was full of memes.
That
What do you mean it's full of memes? It was before memes were like a thing.
Yes, but they now are being using in memes.
Oh yes,
so
it
it's
is
the meme.
It's the meme fountain,
Like the X-Rangers.
Yeah.
Boy, memes.
Yeah.
Memes are my lifeblood.
Yes.
But,
You mentioned that.
I just Corey in the house, Drake and Josh, and memes. That's all I need.
Okay, good to know.
That and probably buckets of ramen. But that's about it.
Well, who doesn't need buckets of ramen?
I've actually never ate ramen.
Oh, it's so good. We're gonna get you ramen at some point.
That or Ben and Jerry's.
I have had Ben and Jerry's. I wish there was one closer to campus.
Well,
they sell it. Never mind.
No,
That's irrelevant.
Oh,
yeah.
Anyway, any final thoughts for you guys?
Check out
So much news came out.
So much. Check out my Facebook page. So go to Facebook and go to DJ Frost at WLMC. Give it a like, first of all, because, then you'll stay up to date. But I post tons of stuff as I come across it about different things coming out.
Check out the Shogun.
Yeah.
He posted about the Shogun.
Check out my collection of Nerd, because, my God, it's epic. And also, there's been a lot of Pokemon news recently that we didn't get to tonight. Tons and tons of stuff. Definitely check it out.
I can't wait for the new ones.
Oh my God, they are going to be great. This is DJ Frost, and this has been Talking Nerdy.